How do you keep track of your vocation candidates? I mean, how do you keep notes on them? And what documents do you pull up when you're talking to them on the phone? My name is Kevin Benet, and I'm speaking for vocationpromotion.com. Today, we'll be talking about how to use Mailchimp to keep up with your vocation candidates. Mailchimp is a popular software that is actually a newsletter software that helps you. Well, it sends out newsletters and it has a lot of other features. And one of those features is the ability to pull out certain candidates, certain members of your list, and also to take notes on the individual people. Okay, let's log in to our website here. And what we're going to find here is our list here of vocation directors that you can see right here. And then we go below here and we find we have Mailchimp has what's called a segment. And a segment is a way to filter out those names that are the best ones on your list. You want the people who are opening your newsletters and who show the most interest in your community. Let's take a look at our saved segments. I have here a list of what I call 5-star subscribers. I'm going to click on this. The 5-star candidates are opening a lot of newsletters and they're clicking on the inside of the newsletter, whatever links you have. So we have a list here of 37 contacts, which you can see right here. And so that's about maybe 1/5 or maybe a little bit more of our total number of 155. So right away, we've narrowed down this list that I have to the best candidates. Let's look at the first name on here, and we have my own name. And I'm a 5-star subscriber, as you can see right here. We look at the information here under details, and we have various contact information. You could have address, and you could have other information. Now, the communities that are members of our Come and See Vocation Promotion program have here various kinds of information, such as how they answered the questions on the vocations quiz. And so it'll explain right here how they answered questions such as, I have a prayer life, I see a spiritual director every once in a while, I agree with the teachings of the church, and I'm interested in religious life. Over here, activity explains how many times I opened the newsletters. And here I've only opened 58% of my own newsletters. That must be a poor responder here. Here it shows that I sent a newsletter with this title at 6 o'clock, and then I opened it at 6:58 right here. And you can just go back in history, find out which newsletters that person opened. Let's look along the top. I have notes here, and do you see this first note here that I typed in? And say if you're talking to your candidate on the phone, you could just type in information here. You keep track of it, and you've got all the information. Okay, just click Add Note. There it is. Over here, let's go to social profiles. What Mailchimp does is it matches up the email address that I submitted with the email addresses that are used on Facebook, Twitter, and so forth. And sometimes you can find some good information on these social media outlets in whatever public information that person has made available. You can see here that they found my Twitter handle, and my pseudonym here is Theophilus, and it's Spouse of Christ. We click on that, and here's a profile that I set up. It talks a little bit about me. You can find the same kind of information if Mailchimp finds a match for you with Facebook. That tells you a lot about the individual candidates, and as I described, also you can find out who opened a particular newsletter that was sent out maybe today or yesterday. I go to campaigns and I click here. Here's a newsletter that I recently sent, and I had 38 opens, which is 24%, not the greatest. Sometimes I get a higher percentage. Let's click on over here, view report. I want to see who opened my newsletter. Okay. All right. Now, it says 38 opened the newsletter. I click on that. And here I see the names right here. And so, I can just click on that individual email address and I go right to their profile. And these are the people who opened this newsletter, which, as a matter of fact, was sent yesterday. So what do you do with this information? Well, if they've clicked on your newsletter in the last day or two, why not send them a short email, maybe a text message, or even make a phone call and say, thanks for taking interest in us. Well, that's how you use Mailchimp to follow up with your vocation candidates. There's also software that's called CRM software, and that stands for Customer Relationship Management. And this is known by every salesperson out there. But Mailchimp works pretty well. Wait a minute. Brother Bruno is saying that Mailchimp is not a CRM software. Yeah, okay, I know that, Brother Bruno, but this is good software for our purposes because Mailchimp is a good emailing software. And it does have some CRM qualities. Thanks very much. My name is Kevin Benet. Our program is the Common C Vocation Promotion Program. If you like this video, please comment, share, and like in the information below. That way, you'll be helping others to attract good candidates.